E28 M5, that's the best car here. That's the best car here.
You had one, right?
I've got one.
Oh, you've got one. You still have it. Nice.
I would. That's a great car.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Instacar HK. Today we are at the Ocean Terminal for the Hong Kong launch of Collecting Cars and Watch Collecting. Now many of you should have heard of Collecting Cars before. It's the UK online auction, car auction brand, which is now going globally. They have just went everywhere and they are launching this weekend in Hong Kong. Now they have arranged this car meet here where a month ago they started doing online sign-ups, but they were really secretive about where it would be. And last night after 5 p.m. they finally released the location, and it is this beautiful ocean terminal, tons of space, and we're still quite lucky with the weather. They expect about 250 cars here today, and about a dozen or so are for sale on their online auction platform, and we'll be looking at those cars later. And also, as a treat, Chris Harris, who's always been very supportive of collecting cars, is actually also in Hong Kong. Let's go. All right, so we're here at the Hong Kong launch of Collecting Cars and Watch Collecting, and today is a great honor where we have the legendary Chris Harris to be here for to participate in the launch. So Chris, how are you? Good to meet you.
I'm jet lagged. I've not had much sleep, but it's an honor to be here. Great location. I hope we don't get rained on. And I didn't bring the British weather with me, but no, thank you for inviting us. Some amazing cars already.
Yes, you literally just arrived a few hours ago.
Got back a few hours ago, and had a good night out last night, and not much sleep.
Okay.
Tried to watch some of the Rugby World Cup in the small hours, and I've looked at the ceiling since.
Yep.
So I'm bleary-eyed, but who cares? Nothing blows the cobwebs out like really good cars, and there's some great cars here already.
Exactly. Speaking of, I mean, this is unprecedented in Hong Kong. A car meet like this, with that many cars from different origins. What do you think of the car culture here?
I came out here in February.
Okay, so it's not your first time.
To do an event. It's my first time in Hong Kong other than a layover for a flight. Most Europeans that come to Hong Kong think they've been here, but we stay in the airport, then we're on our way to Australia. And I was staggered in February at the quality of cars here.
Yep.
And the number of people that had really cool stuff.
Yes.
That was buried away.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. It's a Jaguar XJ6 Coupe.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great car.
Exactly.
And I think that car is a great metaphor for what I understood to be the car scene in February, which is, it's not all showy, it's not Dubai, it's not we've got the latest Koenigsegg, it's a bit more discerning.
Yes.
And I really like that.
I think that, it's part of our culture. Car culture has been like a century here, so a lot of them are buried and they don't come out normally, but on a day like this, for an event like this, everyone is out.
It's really cool. And it's an E28 M5 over there.
Yep.
I've got one of those. That's for me is, if a car event has one of those cars, attend, then you're all right.
It's a proper event.
You've got quality people.
That's great.
So what's your channel about? Are you just a car channel in Hong Kong?
Yes, we're a car channel in Hong Kong. We focus on classic cars mostly, because I'm also the chairman of the Classic Car Club of Hong Kong, which is the oldest car club.
And does Hong Kong have difficult legislation around classic cars, or can you kind of have what you want?
You can kind of have what you want. It's reasonably good, better than our neighboring regions like Singapore or whatever. So it's actually good. We have this thing called the Classic Car Permit, which so any cars over 20 years, you can try to apply for that.
Can you?
So it's not bad. Hence, you see such a good variety of classic cars. Speaking of cars, you always say, every car you have serve a function. And so we were wondering, you still have the 2 CV, right?
I do.
So
I've got 2 of them now.
2 of them. So 4 CV now. So
yes.
What function does that one? What purpose does that one?
I'll tell you what that car is for. Because we have a thing called a pub in the UK, right?
Yes.
On a Sunday, we go to the pub quite
Yeah.
often. That's my pub car.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the most important car. Not
Yeah.
because of drinking and driving, obviously,
Yeah, of course.
because
Naturally.
it's a car that you take your children
Yeah.
and your friends and you all pile into it, and it's a joyous journey.
Yes.
And the 2CV is a joy car.
Yes.
It's a slow car, but the joy to be had in going slowly. So to tell you how much of a nerd I am about 2CVs now, my car, the car that people have seen on video and actually was on Top Gear, I've got a film with Matt LeBlanc in a 2CV. You can't say that often, can you?
Yeah.
And that car is a 425cc 1957 car. I've just bought a 1952 car with 375 cc's,
Okay.
9 horsepower.
9.
But the problem is it won't go up the hill in the village where the car is kept. So
Yeah.
we have to park it in the bottom of the village,
Right.
and then we have to tow it up the hill.
Every
Because
time you
it
go
doesn't
on
have
the
the power to get. It's a steep hill in the village.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2CV is a joy car. It's a
Yeah,
pub
fun
car.
stuff.
But,
No,
but I
I-
do
yeah.
believe that every car should have a purpose.
Yes.
And I also believe that if cars overlap in purpose, I get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I don't. So I had a year ago or a bit more. I bought the latest GT3, the 992 series.
Yes, I
but I
remember
kept
that.
my 991
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure which was best, and I allowed myself a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I said at some point I have to make a decision.
Yes.
And I sold the new car because I thought the old car was better.
And you still take your dog around in the old one.
The yellow car is dog-eared, let's say.
Very
And
good.
all the seat handles are chewed by the dog when he was a puppy.
That's patina, patina.
It is. I love cars, but my dog outranks all the cars, so he
Yes.
goes in everything.
Naturally,
Yes.
naturally. Well, last question. Are you a subscriber of Instacar HK? And if not, why not? I'm just kidding. But on that note,
I
can
will be now. I will be now.
Okay, on that note, we actually have a little gift for you. This is actually a book I just published, and it's called The Spectacular Cars of Hong Kong and Instacar HK Journey. It has 21 of the top cars that we believe are the most special and rare
Wow.
that we've reviewed on the channel, and each of them have a review text written by myself. So if you can take that,
I'm
if there's
going to go and read this. It's rather more fun than talking.
so if there's one of these memories you can take from Hong Kong, I hope
Thank
this is
you.
one of them.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really beautiful. And there it is. I've opened it.
Exactly.
512 TR that I
Exactly.
sold. Why did I sell one of those?
My question as well, I was really disappointed when I heard that.
I had to because I needed some money. So the problem with being a crap TV journalist is I haven't got enough money. So I had to get some cash together, and my TR had to go. But I'll
Right.
buy another one. And it
Exactly.
done 68,000 miles as well. Mine,
Okay.
I use mine.
I always, whenever I'm having a stressful week, I always watch that video of you in the TR.
With the bread.
And with the bread in Italy or something like that.
What
That
a
is
car that
very
was.
soothing.
I miss it.
video.
I'll get another one. Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure
Best of
meeting
luck with
you.
the channel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
As mentioned, there are quite a number of cars that are available on the Collecting Cars auction platform and that are here today. So we're going to do a little Harry's Garage style walk around with the cars on auction and talk about some of them. And I'll tell you which one I like, which one are popular. So we start off with this 2009 Aston Martin DBS, a Hong Kong car, Hong Kong registered. And this one, a lot of Hong Kong viewers will be familiar with. The first owner, a friend of mine, used to bring it out a lot. Every weekend you see it in Shekel. This is the Hulk, the green Aston Martin Vantage V12 Zagato edition, which is a very rare car. I think they only made 200 odd of them. Hong Kong delivered, Hong Kong registered. It sold to the second owner, I think a year or two ago, and now it's available again. They actually don't have guide prices here, so I can't tell you what to expect. But if you want, you bid on it on the Collecting Cars website. Now this is a special one, a Aston Martin V12 Speedster, super limited. I have no idea how many they made, but it doesn't have a top. Obviously not Hong Kong registered. It got a 5.2 V12 twin turbo engine, and it's also available for sale. Really mad looking cars, like similar to the Ferrari SP2 and the McLaren Elva or something. That you know there's a speedster McLaren like that. You know which one I'm talking about. Now this is something. This is a modern Ferrari I would definitely buy if I'm in the market for one, and that's of course the Speciale, 458 Speciale, last naturally aspirated Ferrari special edition, and this one is even more special and limited, being the Aperta version, Speciale Aperta, which means convertible. 2015 car. Doesn't look like it's registered, but only covered 5,800 kilometers. 458 Spider, these are always popular and shouldn't, the price is always quite solid on these. And this is another special one. It's a older Aston Martin Vanquish 2006, but manual. I don't think they ever made manual originally, but this one was converted at the Aston Martin Works in the UK, so it was a proper job, proper job, not some shady garage job. Has to be one of one in Hong Kong. I highly doubt there's another manual Vanquish here. So very special car, and people used to always complain about the transmission, automatic transmission on these. So manual should cure the problem. And this here is an BMW 850 Ci. Beautiful red color, automatic, Alpina wheels. Good one. And this, another special one, a brand new 2023 Roof CTR anniversary. I think they built these new. We saw it at the SPS opening last time. Very special car, lots of carbon fiber, lots of presence. A brand new car that looks like an old air-cooled car. What more can you ask for? With a Lamborghini Gallardo here in a Superleggera body kit. I was just talking to the owner just now, and we were saying this generation of the Gallardo, the facelifted ones, it's aging really well. I personally like it more than the Huracan, frankly. It's, especially in this Superleggera body kit, it means business. I like it. Of course, this one should be familiar to all our viewers, the Theon 911. Very accurate turning, very good brakes, very balanced car. What else is there to say on this? Watch our video, it's a great video, still getting a lot of views, so nice car. Sounds great, this one. Mercedes-Benz C63 Black Series, these are always cool. This one has the rear wing, a bit boy racer feel, but I would want it if I had one. I would want the rear wing. Of a supercharged Range Rover here. I think recently, Jeremy Clarkson and Harry's Garage, they were all talking about, I'm not that familiar with Range Rovers, but I think they were talking about this version and they were really raving about it. So not a bad car to have. Of course, JDM representative, we have the Skyline GTR R32, Nismo modded R32, very cool car, got the rims and everything, huge intercooler, 993 twin turbo. This one is kind of the highlight of the show because it's advertised as the Chris Harris 911. This one was backdated as a 1988 911 Carrera 3.2 resto modded car, but we were speaking with Chris just now, and apparently he didn't do the mod. When he had the car, it was original, it was in silver, he said, and wingless, and it was the owner afterwards that did the color change and the resto mod. Is it Toot Hill? I think this is a Toot Hill car I saw on the ad. California, and this one is my highlight of the show, the Dino 308 GT4. I always like these. They look so cool. They're in such a cool shape, and inside the dashboard is like a spaceship. And if you guys have been looking at the Blackbird Ferrari Instagram lately, for the Hong Kong 40 celebrations, they have old pictures and new pictures, and you see a picture of me and my family with a GT4 at the back, because my dad actually used to have a Dino 308 GT4. It was his first Ferrari, so this always means something. Don't tell my wife, but I might be bidding on this because, depending on the condition, looks good from outside. Got a sunroof. It was repainted from silver to red very early on, I think by the first one or two owners back when it was in the UK. This is a UK car which came to Hong Kong recently and registered recently. Used to be silver with blue interior, which actually sounds quite cool, but the earlier owners changed the exterior and interior. So yeah, those are the cars. You can find them on Collecting Cars website or their Instagram, and bid away. I hope you guys buy something you like. All right, so we're coming towards the end of our show, and look what the cat dragged in. A 1969 Lamborghini Miura. Now, our Hong Kong viewers should be familiar with this car, owned by a very famous family. And if I recall, this is the only Miura left in the world that is still owned by its original owner, which is quite special. I don't know for sure, but it doesn't look like it's restored. They've got very nice natural patina in the interior. The car is reasonably regularly used and just the coolest. My highlight for the show is definitely this one. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, quite a special one. Lots of nice cars, super fun event, unprecedented, a little melting pot like today. Great people, great cars, a variety of everything. Obviously getting to meet and speak with Chris Harris is such an honor. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give us a like, please subscribe. Please remember to click the bell button next to the subscribe button so you know when our next video is. Thank you and have a good day.